Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking into something really core to home comfort, especially down here in, say, South Florida, central air conditioning.
Right. And specifically the stuff inside the AC, the refrigerant.
Exactly. We're focusing on Goodman's big move for 2025. They're switching to R-32 refrigerant in their central AC units.
Hmm.
And our mission today is pretty straightforward to say, figure out why this change actually matters to you. Efficiency, environmental stuff, cost.
All the big ones.
Yeah, and we're drawing on some recent reports and industry chatter about these new Goodman R-32 systems.
It's interesting, isn't it, how something seemingly so technical, like the type of gas in your AC,
Yeah.
can have such real-world consequences. R-32, it really is a significant step up from the older R-410A.
Okay, step up how? Environmentally first.
Yeah, definitely. The reports are clear. It's much kinder to the planet. R-32 has what's called a global warming potential, or GWP.
Right, GWP. Heard of that?
That's almost 70% lower than R-410As. That's a massive difference for sustainability.
70% lower. Okay, that's substantial. But what about efficiency? The reports mention that too. Does it cool better, use less power, that kind of thing?
It does. It boils down to its properties. R-32 is a single-component refrigerant,
Meaning?
meaning it's simpler, more predictable in how it transfers heat. Systems using it often need less refrigerant to get the same cooling effect, sometimes even better cooling. Less refrigerant plus its natural efficiency means the compressor doesn't have to work quite as hard.
which means lower electric bills.
Exactly. Lower energy use, smaller bill. It all connects.
Okay, so greener, more efficient. Sounds good. But what about the practical side for homeowners? Like, can you actually get this stuff easily? Are there supply issues?
That's a great question. And the sources say, actually, no, quite the opposite. R-32 seems much easier and, importantly, cheaper to get hold of.
Really? Even in high-demand places like Miami?
Especially there, it seems. No mention of the back orders or, sudden price jumps you sometimes see with other refrigerants.
So that means faster installs, maybe quicker repairs, and stable pricing.
That's the idea. It smooths things out for contractors and ultimately for you, the homeowner.
I think the reports had a specific story about this, didn't they? A real-world case.
They did, yeah. A good one. A customer down in Kendall needed a new 3-ton unit.
Okay.
They were looking at the Goodman R-32 and another brand using R-454B. But the R-454B was, well, harder to find then and pricier.
So they went with the Goodman.
They did.
Yeah.
And the immediate result, they told their contractor their electric bill dropped noticeably right away.
Wow. Okay, that's a tangible win. So R-32 is a big plus. But beyond the refrigerant, what about Goodman itself? Do the reports still see them as a solid choice overall?
Oh, absolutely. The sources reiterate Goodman's strengths,
Mm-hmm.
reliable parts that are easy to find.
Mm-hmm. Important for service.
Exactly. Solid warranties, equipment that technicians generally find straightforward to work on. It's about the whole package. The long-term ownership experience.
So it's the new tech combined with their sort of baseline reliability and value. Good cooling handles humidity well.
Precisely. And that brings us right to affordability. For 2025, a Goodman R-32 system looks like one of the most budget-friendly options up front.
Budget-friendly upfront. Okay.
And crucially, because that R-32 is easy to get and handle, the service cost should be lower too. You avoid those nasty surprises when a specific part or refrigerant is suddenly scarce and expensive.
That's a really strong point. Lower running costs and potentially lower repair costs down the line. Are there any downsides mentioned, though? Any transition hiccups?
Honestly, the sources mostly frame it as a positive transition for Goodman. The focus is really on the benefits efficiency, the environment, the cost effectiveness. They seem to be leveraging R-32 as a real competitive edge,
Right.
not seeing major hurdles flagged.
Right. So let's bring it back to you listening. What this deep dive seems to show is that Goodman jumping on R-32 isn't just some technical tweak. It makes cooling your home potentially cheaper to run. Definitely cleaner for the environment and more efficient overall. It feels like a practical upgrade you'd actually notice.
It really does. And it makes you think, doesn't it? How these details, like the specific chemical cycling through your AC unit, it's not just abstract science.
No, it hits your wallet and the planet.
Exactly. It has these really tangible impacts on your budget, on bigger environmental goals. It kind of pushes you to consider, well, what's next for sustainable tech right inside our own homes?